A World War II veteran from Scottsbluff is honored during a ceremony with Governor Jim Pillen. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a 102-year-old World War II veteran from Scottsbluff received honors Monday morning by Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen. Harry Lynn was presented a medallion that recognizes Nebraska World War II veterans, followed by a standing ovation from the crowd on hand. The staff sergeant enlisted in the 1940s and through his training was among the best in Morse code operators in the U.S. Army. He shared with the crowd that his big moment was supposed to be June 6th, 1944.
Well, trying to start 18-year-old kids at dots and dashes is being fun. Doesn't work. So I transferred to a Sigma unit, and we got ready. Our sole mission was D-Day, and we practiced about a year, and everything was fine until we got to England. And then they forgot to send us over to D-Day. So what are you going to do with 150 guys? Welcome to the English.
Lynn said he finished out the war running all over Europe and said at one point was tasked with looking after 200 German prisoners. Now, following the presentation, Governor Jim Pillen hosted a town hall meeting before a crowd of approximately 100 people. A controversial issue that was brought up was a current piece of legislation in the unicameral.
We also need help in regard to the winner take all and getting rid of the dadgum blue dot once and for all, the 30-year-old mistake.
This is a bipartisan group.
Okay, well, my point of view of winner take all is really simple. Winner take all. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You want the blue dot? Yes.
Yesterday, the Government, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee advanced winner take all to the floor for debate by the full legislature. Other concerns brought forth was the need for legal immigration into Nebraska to fill jobs, helping preserve Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security for Nebraskans, and more. Now, one gentleman inquired what steps are being done following the ballot measure to legalize medical marijuana to ensure that the sale and availability rolls out in a timely fashion, while one member of the Gering-Fort Laramie Irrigation District inquired what can be done to bolster infrastructure like canals and tunnels. Pillen concluded the town hall by saying that kids are our future, and all the work is making sure a great Nebraska is awaiting the next generation.
90% of our kids living here in Scottsbluff, guess where they want to raise their families? Right here. Right here. And so it creates nothing but tremendous opportunities so that we have great Scottsbluff, we have great Nebraska for the next 7 generations. God bless you all for being out.
Now, for video segments on each topic tackled in Monday's Town Hall, you can find those on the KNEB.TV YouTube page. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Welcome back. The last of 3 major retailers adding stores to the Uptown Scottsbluff Mall appears ready to open its doors very soon. Shelves are full inside the new TJ Maxx, nestled between Ross Dress for Less and Five Below. A poster in one of the store windows says the new retailer will hold its grand opening this Sunday, March 16th, with the doors opening at 8 a.m. The addition of the 3 national chains was the first step in Rockstep Capital's plans to redevelop the mall and the adjacent former Kmart property. Well, just 2 years after being named to the role, Ron Patterson has announced his intent to resign as Chadron State College president. Patterson will become the next president of Murray State University, as announced by that institution's Board of Regents during a public meeting Monday. In a letter to the campus announcing his decision, Patterson expressed confidence in CSC's leadership and the Nebraska State College system to guide the institution through a leadership transition. In a statement, State College System Chancellor Paul Turman said the process will include assessing leadership needs and identifying the best path forward for the institution's next chapter, and he will share further details as they become available.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Hello, once again, it is time to take a look at what is happening in the world of our markets for today. And joining me today is Darren Fessler. Darren, of course, is with Lakefront Futures, and I'm Susan Littlefield here on the Rural Radio Network. Darren, we've seen a lot of green happening on the screen. We know the wheat has dropped back a little bit, but you talked about the potential of a souring factor that might find its way into these markets today, maybe even into tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, big report here, just your monthly supply and demand. When you're looking at it from a trading perspective, you're seeing, okay, this has been a nice little run up off the lows here. Can the higher highs, higher lows can continue, or do we run into a little bit of resistance here? We're getting close to that 20-day EMA. And again, the same type of thing in cattle. We've had these really nice runs here. Some tariff news came out, cattle started backing off here. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards here today.
How tired do you think this market is getting right now, just in general, whether you're looking at grains or livestock?
Yeah, I think the market's getting tired of hearing about the uncertainty about trade and the economic issues that we are facing. The JOLTS job numbers here today weren't all that indicative of a massive recession by any means, but it's just that uncertainty about economic policy and political policy as well, and then the looming government shutdown here at the end of the week. So I think there's a lot of just uncertainty that the market's unsure of right now, and you definitely seen that yesterday in the equities.
And I think yesterday, too, people were caught off guard when canola coming out of Canada took such a toll on the markets here in the States.
It certainly did. I mean, China slapping a tariff on Canadian canola, and again, it's the canola market. And the Canadians are just taking a beating here lately with all these tariffs. But I mean, it's just part of the new landscape we're in.
You bring up an interesting point, too. You talk about this being a new landscape that we're in. And normally we hear about tariffs and we just think about the United States. And it just shows that we're not the only ones that are out there subject to these things happening.
No, you're exactly right. I think every country around the world is trying to, bargain their best here or jockey their position, ahead of what the U.S. may do. And obviously the U.S. has woke up an animal here in a lot of other countries, and if you will, and so it's just, again, I think that in itself is creating some uncertainty here. But the bigger picture thinking here is, okay, if the equities start to pull back because of uncertainty, is there a flight to safety type trade in a nearby into these commodities here where they're maybe viewed a little bit more like a currency, because we still don't have that great of economic data, if you will. Inflation's still running rampant a little bit. And again, inflation is a little bit more friendly for these ags. And the dollar tanking here has been supportive here. You probably, if the dollar was 109, 110 like it was a few weeks ago, these commodities probably wouldn't be as strong as we are seeing the last couple of weeks.
All right. Well, folks, we're going to dive into a whole lot of what happened in today's WASDE report and a lot more coming up later today during the channel Final Bell. If you happen to miss the live program, don't worry. You can pick it up as a podcast at ruralradionetwork.com. I'm Susan Littlefield for the Rural Radio Network.
Uh-oh, you have to open the old gliding door to the patio again, but that thing stopped gliding long ago. Did you know that your old, ugly, hard-to-open gliding door is probably the #1 source of loss of heat in your home, and that broom handle lock is not secure? Renewal by Anderson's gliding patio doors are simply the best of the best, and Renewal has an incredible offer right now. Don't miss it. 20% off every door, plus no money down, no payments, no interest for 12 months. No payments until 26. Please book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com and start gliding again.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, Governor Jim Pillen was joined by State Economic Development Director Casey Bielitz in Scottsbluff Monday, announcing awards of $200,000 each for priority projects in 3 districts of the 6 Regions One Nebraska initiative. Panhandle co-chair Owen Palm said affordable housing rose to the top of their working group, especially the lack of shovel-ready lots for construction.
Affordable housing, we believe, is achievable, but only if there's infrastructure already in place. And we've got several communities in the Panhandle here that have no lots that are shovel ready for any kind of growth there. So our award is being used to do an asset inventory of both available lots that have infrastructure, as well as a determination of infrastructure requirements going forward for future development.
Bielitz said this initial process and round of funding is just the beginning.
What it has been is a catalyst to bring people together around the table in ways they have never been before, ever, and to think differently about competing with as opposed to competing against, to think regionally, and as I said, it has worked, it has resonated, people are thinking that way, and so from this, who knows what may happen next. If we've changed that mindset, that's the key.
Addressing housing is also the focus for the district, covering the service area of Mid-Plains Community College, while those in the region, defined by the Central Community College area, are looking to expand childcare. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.